Hi, this is Tim Ria, host of Digital Health Live here at CES 2015 in the WebMD Wellness Lounge and Studio. We have Paul Landau from Fitbug, the CEO.
Hey Tim, good to see you.
Good, I always love meeting new entrepreneurs. And tell us about Fitbug.
Okay, well Fitbug is a digital health company that I formed in 2005. So somewhat scarily, we're coming up to our 10th birthday.
So that's pretty early in this game.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I mean, if we were sitting in this hall in 2005 and you look at the amount of trackers out here today, it probably would have been me by myself on a beanbag sitting in the middle of the sands. So to see this kind of whole craze around wearable technology and devices and coaching is incredibly exciting.
What's your background to even get into this space?
It's a million miles away. I used to work for Accenture as an IT consultant, so tech was kind of what I did, but certainly not the fitness world.
Cool. So what is KiQplan?
Well, KiQplan is a new service-based proposition that we've just launched. So we took a step back about a year ago and looked at what was going on in the wearable space and actually felt that there was a real opportunity to move the story forward, taking the emphasis away just from the device and starting to talk much more about health outcomes and how we can actually use the data that comes off wearable technology to help people achieve a goal that's really important to them.
Okay, so where do you want to start with where we're at?
Well, why don't we start with the devices?
Okay.
So what you're holding there is the Fitbug Orb. That's our main device these days. It's an activity and sleep tracker. It's capturing a whole range of activity and exercise-based metrics, as well as your sleep, obviously. It uses Bluetooth, so the data seamlessly uploads to the Fitbug mobile app and up to fitbug.com, so you can track your progress as well. And one of the nice features about it is you wear it your way. So you'll see in the box here you've got a wristband.
On the side here,
yeah, you've got a wristband, you've got a belt clip. So you don't have to wear it as a wrist wearable. You can decide how you want to wear it and swap and change throughout the day depending on what you're doing. And another neat feature is you don't have to recharge it.
Okay.
So it's a standard kind of watch battery. It'll last for about 6 months, and at the end of the battery's life, you just change the battery.
That's been a big hassle with a lot of the devices, is if it's dead, it's unusable.
Yeah. Well, I think a big issue here is that you want to track it during the day to get your activity, and you're meant to be wearing it at night to track your sleep.
Yeah.
So at some point in time, you've got to take it off to charge it, so you're going to miss one of those cycles.
Okay.
So for us, it's a really big deal to have stayed away from rechargeable batteries and just make sure that some can keep it on their person the whole time.
Water resistance?
It's water resistant.
Yeah.
You can certainly shower in it, paddle in it. Just don't go swimming too deep in it.
Cool, all right. And then what's next here?
Okay, so what you're holding there is one of our first KiQplans. So as I was saying before, a KiQplan is basically a new 12-week coaching program. And the whole idea here is that we're tapping into the goals that are important to people. So what you're holding up here is Beer Belly Blaster.
The Beer Belly Blaster.
It's our first man plan.
Man plan?
It's a man plan.
All right, I'm going to take that.
You're welcome to try it. And basically what we're doing here is taking device data and turning it into actionable programs that can really help people achieve a goal that's important to them. So we've got Beer Belly Blaster, we've got Slim and Trim, there's a pre and post-natal plan, and we're developing a whole library of different programs that people will be able to tap into. So the whole idea is now taking device data and turning it into personalized targets, recipes, feedback, coaching, articles, really helping someone get towards that goal that's important to them.
That seems like a big trend. It's not just getting the data and having a pretty dashboard. It's like, what do I do with the data? And maybe I have some friends that I could collaborate with. We might go on bike rides, things like that. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, I think that devices to date have been very kind of one-dimensional. It's kind of you and your app and you and your website.
Yeah.
A lot of the devices, you actually set your own targets. You say, I think I can walk 7,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of challenging yourself. So it's kind of, you're just tracking. We felt for a while now we've got to do a lot more with that data.
Yeah.
It's turning it into a plan, really helping people achieve that goal.
Yeah.
So it's really moving the story on and bringing that data to life, really helping more people achieve goals, which is to say, they really need to do.
So we're at 2015 now. You started this quite a while ago. Where are we at in the evolution? What do you see kind of happening as your forecast for the future? Because you're one of the brains behind the business and these trends.
Well, look, I think if we look back 10 years ago, as I mentioned before, there wasn't this industry. It wasn't called wearable technology at the time. It wasn't called digital health. to start with, we used USB connected devices, then wireless started to come out, and even at the beginning of wireless, it wasn't particularly good wireless, it was quite clunky.
Yeah.
Now with the introduction of Bluetooth Smart, we're getting really good battery life. It's very easy for these types of technologies to talk seamlessly to mobile devices. But I think we're still just scratching the surface, more and more people now are aware of digital health and aware of wearable technology, but still when you walk down the street, it's not like everyone is wearing a wearable. It's still pretty young.
Yeah.
So from my perspective, I think the job now is to get what I call real people into the space. I think to date the early adopters are kind of being young, tech-savvy people who are already into their health and fitness and want to track the lifestyle they're already living.
Yeah. Digital natives. I mean, my nephew, they all have cell phones and everything like that. So how do people get a hold of you and Fitbug? Website? Yeah,
well there's fitbug.com, which is where the devices are sold.
Okay.
And KiQplan has its own URL at KiQplan.com, spelt with a Q, KiQplan.
KiQplan. Well, hey, Paul, thanks for coming down and
My
great
pleasure.
to see you again.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.